here and wait. I a couple minutes earlier than I should have. And after, I think it's only about 6 or 7. One notification out. There you go. There's the other one. Let me see something here. What the heck's that? I don't know. Shit. What the hell keeps happening? I don't know why that's there. Damn things keep falling. Alright. Makes me miss my old car. Yeah. Damn phone keeps falling. Both of them are now falling. The other one has no case on it, so it kind of slippery, and it fell right off there. Sucks. Good thing it didn't crack. What's up? How you guys doing? Just trying to find something I marked in here in the Bible in Revelations. One about Babylon. I'll wait for people come on there. Hey, I should have brought my glasses with me. I can barely see anything on that. Yep. Finally, I brought my freaking glasses. I think I did anyway. Okay, now I can read. So, basically, I brought out my Bible with me because someone had asked something about Revelations the other day. I don't remember exactly what they asked, but I'm hoping that they come on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There you go. Forgot with this car, I got to keep turning on the fucking ignition. It's a hybrid, so I guess it's saving me gas, but whatever. How you doing? See, there's a couple people hopping on there. Is that too bright? Let's see if I got. I mean, that's that bright enough, I should say, not too. Basically, I was getting ready to talk about Revelations a little bit. Someone said something the other day. I'll save these till I need it, about had a question about Revelations. I couldn't answer it, but I found something here last night, and I wanted to ask him if that's what he was talking about. And I don't remember who the hell it even was it last night or just recently, in the last couple of days. I thought it was. Wait a minute. Talking about Babylon. Wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. It's talking about Babylon, the city. I can't find out the wait. Hope somebody comes back on it. So, during the end there, Babylon gets destroyed, and it sounds like it's talking about a woman, but it could also be talking about a city. It's kind of talking about both things there. Basically, she's dressed in scarlet and purple. That's all what I get from that. No, I'm no scholar at this, but I'm thinking it's where there's a lot of merchants and money, and a lot of people used to say New York was Babylon. I don't think so. I think it might be the Vatican, and I think things are getting ready to change quick there. Pope Francis is in the hospital, basically dying. I just saw earlier about it. It's kind of what made me want to look that up. The last pope, according to this prophecy, and they have the crazy thing is in the Vatican they have every pope that was predicted. They knew their names somehow way back. I guess they picked them out, and the next guy was however they did it. But there's one spot left for a picture of one last pope, and he's supposed to be the evil pope. I'm assuming that's in somewhere in Revelations there about the last pope. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it multiple times that there's the last pope is an evil pope. So anyway, the one that we got now in there is literally got pneumonia. It's getting bad from what I understand. To both lungs, and it sounds like he's going to pass away. And timing of all this stuff is crazy when you think about it, how things are just rapidly moving along. And I think literally we could be within. People are saying, "Oh, there's 7 years of this, and tribulation's usually 7. It's cut in half." But I'm telling you what, we might have already been through part of tribulations by the feel of the shit that's going on. But then there's other people who say, no, man, we ain't seen shit yet. Tribulation's going to be way worse. Either way, I'm hoping that I'm out of here because it's seemed pretty bad for the last few years with the shit going on and the earthquakes in diverse places and the, tidal waves and sicknesses, pestilence and plagues and you name it. It's all like right out of the Bible. It's incredible, the stuff that's going on. Anyway, I'm like drifting around. I was trying to remember that someone had asked a question on a live stream. It's driving me nuts. I thought about all yesterday. I even brought my Bible out. I was trying to remember it, and I'm lost about it. I'm hoping something jogs my memory because I'm hoping somebody can give me an answer because I couldn't remember what. First of all, I couldn't answer what the guy said, and let me take one more look in here before I give up on it. It was something about Babylon, basically. I know one thing I came across too when I was looking for it. Hold on, I'll look at that in a minute. Was it talks about rise up? Wait a minute. It says, if I'm not mistaken, in there, I don't remember exactly where. Hey, who's that? Is that Roach? How you doing? Good to see you, brother. And who's that? Batter Bear. Hey, brother, how you doing? Nostradamus said third Antichrist has a blue hat. Mine's black, so I'm safe. I heard that the last pope is an evil pope. Anyway, you got me off the subject. I was trying to remember something I read last night. I was looking for something in Revelations, and I come across something about, man, damn, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm like having a brain fart. It was about, how the hell did that go? Having your foot on the beach and it says rise up. Man, this is killing me. Jeez, I'm sorry. This is driving me nuts. Wait a minute. Something it said about rising out of the sea. I think it sounds like it's talking about the dragon or the devil coming up. Wait a minute. What's up, Jack? Mad Jack. Hey, can I ask someone a question about Savior? I'm not trying to bash anyone's faith, but I'm curious about these answers. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. If you're being respectful, yeah, you should be able to. Hopefully, we live in a country where you can still ask questions, without anybody copping an attitude. If it's only just, what's this? Sorry, let me continue, Donnie. That has a blue hat. Bless you all for a second. You talking, Donnie? Are you talking about Trump? I don't think Trump is. That's two different things. I think Trump could be the Antichrist, and the other one might be the false prophet. There's three things going on there. There's the dragon or Satan, and then you have the beast. I started to think that the beast could actually have been Donald Trump. I mean, and some of the things that they're signaling there made me think that for a minute. Like, meaning, I just saw he's got this one commercial where he's running alongside a lion, a beast, and I didn't even see the point of that. It was a weird commercial. Wait a minute. I can't think of what you mean by a blue hat. On that too, by the way. I'm trying to think who would have a blue hat. Anyway, with the whole thing with the Antichrist, for instance, some people were thinking it might be Elon Musk, and the confusion that I got here is between which one. You got the Antichrist, you got the Beast, and I've heard somebody say that they're one and the same, just two of this, two different versions of the same thing. And then you got that's Antichrist, the false prophet, and I don't know if it falls into place. Is the false prophet maybe the last pope? What's this? So wait a minute. What's it? Nostradamus. I know what you're talking about. Nostradamus prediction about, yeah, blue turban or something. I heard that back in the day. It's didn't Lucifer get banished to the underworld before Christ was killed? Yes. How can half women? How can a half man, half Christ come back from the dead when the human host can't come back from the dead? Not sure what you're saying there, but Lucifer was thrown out of heaven because he basically wanted to raise himself above God. He wanted to be worshipped, and Lucifer was actually an angel of light. And now look at him. He's in the dark all the time. He's Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And some people say light. I think it's a light. But anyway, Lucifer, on the other hand, is what I would say is the light bearer. That's what Masons may think too. I'm not sure because I don't know, but a light bearer and the light itself are two different things. A light bearer is someone that can't emit light himself. Jesus is the light of the world. That's what I was. What's this? No, he was eternally separated from God. His realm is not. Yeah, it's down on earth. He got thrown out of heaven. Wait a minute. Ephesians 6:12 says, "We quarrel against evil," and I've heard of wrestle against principality. Wait a minute. Lucifer was good at tricking people. Who's to say that Lucifer didn't trick everyone into thinking that he was yeah, exactly. That's you're saying, yeah, I don't know that I believe that. Christ died for our sins. Lucifer wouldn't do that. If you're talking about the Christ that came, now the next one is coming in, or the Antichrist. Wait a minute. Dark principalities of the world. Yep. I wish I could remember this thing someone said, and I looked in here, and it's going to drive me nuts all night. I can't recall. Huh. Damn it. Anyway, another thing I wanted to talk about briefly was I did a video earlier talking about Donald Trump and how I don't know how to think about him. I've been rooting him in and hoping he'd be president. I voted for him, but he keeps referring to himself as a king. I don't know if he's joking around, and he's also just grabbing up countries. Um, I don't know. That doesn't feel right to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Deciding that he's going to change the name of um, the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Pride comes before a fall. It's better to be a little bit humble than to be as arrogant as he's been. That's all I'm saying. What's this? He took on a carnal body to fill the messianic covenant. I'm sorry. You know what? Let me put my glasses. I'd have them on. I can barely read that without. Here they are. Messianic covenant to live the life we couldn't. Yes, live takes the punishment we deserve in our stead. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So the whole thing I was saying with Donald Trump though is he keeps referring to himself as king, and other people are saying it. And I've seen several commercials and things where it seems almost close to being blasphemous, like he's the chosen one, and several other things that I don't know. I don't believe it for a minute that wait a minute, Mad Jack, 11 of the 12 disciples were murdered for their conviction. Yep. John went to Patmos. He wasn't murdered, was he? The Revelator, John the Revelator. Simon was beheaded. Yep. Paul came later on. He wasn't one of the 12, but he also was killed. He was after Jesus was gone. Peter was hung upside, crucified upside down, I believe. Oh yeah, you got it on there. Roach put that on there and felt unworthy. Yep, exactly. That's what. Yep. Yeah, man. To think this, the stuff that they went through, they definitely were believers, and I mean, who would give up their life and go through all that if if it wasn't true? At least I don't know of anybody who would do that. All they had to do to save their life would probably be deny them. The way Peter did 3 times, but eventually felt embarrassed by it. Or later on, he changed his ways and became one of the stronger of the apostles. The shit he went through. Paul and him both were locked up multiple times. Probably all of them, and they all, like you said, the only one that didn't die a horrible death, I think, was John of Patmos, the guy that had the revelations. What's that say? Okay, now I read that. Put my glasses on. That's actually, what's that say? Does that say Fox Book of Martyrs, right? I'll check that out. I think I heard. You know something? I'm glad you said that, because for years I've read things in the Bible that made zero sense. And then later on in different parts of your life, you read that same thing, and for some reason it fits perfectly with what you're going through. I don't know how, but I swear to you that what you just said there. I used to think that back in the day, and I'm not brilliant in any way, shape, or form on scripture, but now I get a different when I read something. Sometimes I can visualize it and understand it far better than I could when I was younger. I don't know if it, how that happens, just from wisdom or the Holy Spirit. I would say it's the Holy Spirit. By the way, Mad Jack and anybody else who's on here, if you could you subscribe and maybe hit me with a thumbs up? I'm trying to build that channel. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, it's like, excuse me. Damn. Oh, man. Just took a big chug of soda that burnt the shit out of my throat. It's kind of like learning to walk. You got to take baby steps before you can leap and run and shit, little at a time. So how you been, Roach? By the way, I didn't get to say hello to everybody here. Mad Jack, and who else is in there? I guess that's it. Well, I'm hanging in there, dude. It's been cold as shit up here. We had, I guess it was a, what do you call it, a vortex, Arctic vortex. Hey, how you doing, little bit of pure gold? By the way, just to let you guys know, there's two live streams going simultaneously. You can jump back and forth if you want. Damn. Yeah, actually, for a little while, it went up halfway decent, and then it was down last night. I think it went down to 29 degrees. It's supposed to go down cold tonight, so. Yeah, yeah. You're actually, actually, I've already been on for a few minutes. You got the other live stream going over here. You got, you're on Legends and Tales channel, and the other one is the Preacher Pale Rider. This looks familiar there, Roach. This reminds me of Ray Comfort, guy on TV. I'll keep my mouth shut. And I like what you're doing too. That it says it all. So how you been, by the way? Little bit of pure gold. Getting close to having that baby yet? Or is it? I can't remember when you said you're due. Was it in March? You're miserable? Welcome to the club. The only difference is you have a reason to be miserable. I can't figure out why I'm miserable. But the last couple days I haven't been happy-go-lucky. March. The Ides, beware the Ides of March. Maybe it'll be March 15th. When is, did they pick a day that it might come? The baby might come? Hmm. 27th. That's in. It's about. That's not too many days away right now. What are we at, the 22nd? Today, I think today's 22nd. It's getting close. Did you pick a name? Are you guys got names picked out, or you might have told me? My memory's for shit anymore. I'm getting old. Oh, you might have told me that. Gabriel Isaiah for a boy. That's a great name. What's that? Alina Grace for a girl. That's another good name. Picked some good names there. So, did you guys did you move to West Virginia, or are you still getting ready to do that? A little bit of pure gold. There you go. If by chance the phones fall, it keeps happening. I don't know why. Well, especially the one keeps falling over. Every time I'm in a hybrid, so every now and then the car kicks back on, and the vibration makes it fall off the damn off the. I got it wedged up on the windshield and the dashboard. My other car was great, never did that hardly. So did you guys move yet, or we? Little bit of pure. There you go. Might be a good idea. I tell you what, I don't know anywhere in the world anymore that's a safe place. Yeah, I do. Wherever Jesus is at, you know. Other than that, you know, the whole world's crazy anymore. Right. Come on down to Delaware. Delaware's relative. There's no taxes in Delaware. No sales tax. Hmm. Oklahoma isn't bad. Just land is so expensive. Yeah. I'm trying to think where land isn't very. Oh, I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not. What the hell is that area? It's down near, geez, Missouri. Parts of Missouri. What's the mountains down there? Everybody's running to. It's probably running out of places for sale down there. What's this? What in the hell? Why am I? Oh, Ozarks. The Ozark Mountains. Man, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me lately, but my memory's been for shit. Terrible. It might be from that accident, man. Since I had that accident, shit ain't been right. But maybe it's all the stress we've been under for a while there too. What's that? I have lived in Missouri before. There is a reason they call it misery. I didn't know. I'm just going with what I heard. You actually lived there, so you would know better. Thing I don't like about that area is it's chock full of venomous snakes down there. I think it's in Ozarks. Copperheads or cottonmouths and shit like that. Not a big snake fan. Arkansas in the Ozarks. All right, really? Someone was saying no, it's a good place to hide out down there when if war ever comes. It's just a I didn't mean to be eavesdropping, but what you guys are saying is interesting on a lot of different levels. Historical, religious. What we got over here? Can't make it. Wait a minute. 65K a year without him. His family living with his mom. Yeah, man, oh man, that's off the hook. Way expensive down there then. Supposedly, everybody's getting 5,000 back from the all the money that's been stolen out of the taxes. That's what they're saying. Something tells me we'll get a little, but we ain't get. I don't think. I don't. Somehow, I don't think we're going to get the 5,000 they're talking about. Yeah. Right. Right. You know, here's the deal. I'm hearing a heck of a lot of stuff going on too with the criminality of all this stuff and all these people dead to rights. They're caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, and still, I don't see anybody rolling off to jail yet. Nobody's heading to prison. They're talking and talking and talking. It seems to me they got a serious thing happening here. Tons of. By the way, did you guys hear about the Fort Knox, the gold evident? Wait a minute. Just got notification. It's been up for about 20 minutes or so. No big deal. I'm going to be on here for a while. Tammy's over here on this other side there, a little bit of pure gold. What's it say? It's just the dog and pony show. Exactly. Bread and circus or whatever. Like, nobody's went to jail yet. They're caught red-handed, and I have a weird feeling somehow they're all going to kind of weasel out. Supposedly, right today, I think he's releasing that list of clients or people that were on the Lolita Express or whatever the hell it was, the Epstein Island. That's not the name of it. Epstein's Island. The passenger list going down there, and it's just crazy. So, I forgot what the heck I was going to say to you. A little bit of pure gold. How were we just talking about a second? Yeah. No one's ever held accountable. More or less what's close to what I was going to say with the criminality. How about, what's his name? Adam Schiff. They were acting like he was dead meat, like they were going to get him. And I have this weird feeling they're just going to back off for a while. I hope to see some of these people thrown in jail right away and let them wait as long as the J6ers for their chance in court. They locked those people away for a couple of years there and didn't get to see a judge, weren't charged anything, or just held captive. Yeah, I don't know. You know something? All this money that's missing, just a few weeks before they started digging around, finding all this, they were saying how they were going to spend 50 billion or whatever the hell it was on. It was probably even more than that on that Stargate bullshit. That's probably a way for AI to more or less take over. What's that? Crazy money. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Why are they wasting money, our tax money, without asking us or voting on it, dumping it into this, whatever the hell that Stargate thing is? That's their quest for power. All these politicians, it's about them. It's about their priorities, which happens to be power oriented. They're doing everything they can to stay in control. Both sides. It's disgusting. Hey, Roach, it made sense to me. That was well done, well said. All the stuff you were saying, I was glancing over at it. What's this say? I don't. What's over here? Did you hear about the leaflets Israel dropped in Gaza yesterday? No, I didn't. What was that about? I missed that. Exactly, Tammy. People don't have the basics and they're spending trillions of dollars on some Stargate thing. It's horseshit. So what was leaflets about there? A little bit of pure gold. Supposedly, I have bootleggers in my family back in the day on my father's side. Couldn't tell you much more than that because it was hush hush. I remember my uncle mentioned it, and we never really heard exactly what the deal was. But evidently, probably a lot of people our age, probably someone in their past, what's it say? Yeah, I must have missed something in there. I couldn't. What's that say? He became the most influential apostle of all. Roach says, "I'm trying to find out who he was talking about because it's as if I'm missing some of the conversation somehow. I didn't get that. It's weird. It's just yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it there. A little bit of pure gold. Oh, Paul. Okay, I didn't know. Wonder why I didn't see that in there. Yeah, he got knocked off a horse from a bolt of lightning on the Damascus Road. Job. Yeah. Yeah, what's that saying? It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man enter the gates of heaven. It's just, it's blood on our hands to support either one. Yeah, 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 I heard that before. Roach. Huh. I heard about that, but I didn't hear the last part there about the nightfall. I bet merchants had to use it at the nightfall. It's just very small. Camel would have to kneel down to get through it. Hmm. Hey, God's with you all the time there, Mad Jack. Look at Job. Tammy was talking about Job. He went through all kinds of hell. It's like we're in a testing grounds, or like I've been calling it a matrix. Other people have too. It's to see if we're worthy of being with God for eternity. The things we're being put through. In my opinion, that's what I'm saying there. What's it say? You haven't called. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. The tax collectors and the money changers in the temple. Is that what we were talking about? A little bit of pure gold. Okay. How about when Jesus got mad about the money? He already had that in there. He grabbed the bullwhip and chased them all out of the temple. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. I just saw a notification come across. More mass firings. The government is firing the shit out of everybody right now. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, he's not the carpenter that went out with it in his sandals. He's got a war horse and he's coming back to kick some ass this time around. It's called Armageddon. That's the next time we'll probably see Jesus. It'll probably be a different Jesus. It'll be judgment, or it'll be Armageddon coming to the earth. Yes. Yep. Well, you know something, Mad Jack. Maybe you're better off without the Templars. Same thing with I'm not a big fan of Masonic stuff. Anybody that's doing rituals in the dark, I don't have time for it. Really, it's like if it can't stand the light of day, then you wonder why you're doing it anyway. You know, there's a lot of these fraternal things. Yep. Hang on for 1 minute. I'm going to shut this car off. So if the things fall, wait a minute. All right, we're all right. Didn't they did you a favor, dude, Mad Jack? You don't need to be around people like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Bohemian Grove. Yeah. Moloch. They're burning effigies of babies, sacrifice, but they're calling it, I think they call it like the cremation of care. Alex Jones broke into that area in Bohemian Grove years ago, and somebody else tried to do it recently. There's some sick shit going on in the world. Exactly, exactly. All the leaders of the world went there, like Reagan and Nixon and all those guys, and even before them, way back. Artists, there was artists back in the. It started like in the 1880s or something, back in the 1800s, and it was like you know art, painters and stuff like that, and I think politicians came along later. It was a club. Yep. And if you go back far enough, there was other clubs that were screwed up like that Benjamin Franklin was in a club called the Hellfire Club way back. And I don't know if you ever heard it, but back when he lived in England, they showed his house prior to him being over in America. Was staying in England. Or actually, I think he was an envoy, or he might have been already over here, and he was over there as a embassy. I don't know what we call it, envoy, or trying to maybe stop the Revolutionary War from starting in the first place. I think he was over there for a little while, and he had a house he rented or had, and they found all these freaking skeletons and shit underneath there. He actually worked on cadavers. He was doing all kind of stuff, and it was in somebody else's same type of deal. What's this? It's like the skull and crossbones, exactly. Yep, George Bush. Yep. You know how they got initiated on that? It's creepy. It's crazy. The initiates or whatever you call them. They basically younger people trying to get into the business world. They're sponsored or something. They go in this skull and bones thing, and one of the things, the rituals they do, is they're in a coffin naked, and they're telling all their sins or whatever it is to the, and there's other people around listening to this that are in the skull and crossbones and all this other weird shit. I think it was either Alex Jones or another thing, another person that said about that. Crazy, 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 crazy. Exactly there, Roach. Grand Cyclops and Supreme. Exactly. Imperial Wizard. Says it all. A lot of people think that George Bush Sr. was a good guy. I don't think so. Matter of fact, there's some that say he might have been at the grassy knoll when Kennedy got assassinated, whether he had anything to do with it or not. He was in the CIA, and supposedly he was there. It makes you wonder if he was involved in any way, shape, or form with taking out Kennedy. That's right. Yep, they all are devil worshippers. They're praying to the wrong God. And you look at Hollywood, man, that's really corrupt and really sickening. The stuff that goes on in Hollywood, people didn't believe it until now. You have the Diddy crap coming out. All the, what's his name? Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy, whatever the hell. And a bunch of other freaks coming out of the woodwork. Let's back down for a minute. What's it say? Diddy is just one of. Yeah, exactly. There's for every Diddy that they catch, there's 10 they didn't. There's a shit ton. It's like Epstein's Island. I think there's a hell of a lot more places like that out there that we don't even know about yet. And matter of fact, Jim Biden, Joe Biden's brother, has an island not too far from Epstein's Island. So you wonder about that shit. Yep. I'll tell you who I want to see get caught up in their own trap or their own problems, getting a hold of them, tearing them up, is Oprah Winfrey. She's rotten. I can tell from the things I'm hearing. She's a piece of trash. Ah, shit. Man. Sorry about that. Every damn time a notification comes through, or sometimes when I turn on the car, turn it off, it vibrates the phone and the damn thing falls. At least it didn't knock anything offline. Like sometimes the whole live stream stops. Yeah, I think she is. Oprah, Oprah's bad news, from what I heard. If you guys want, you can hop back and forth. The other channel there. I don't know if you guys are all. Wait a minute. Okay, there's. Yeah, the thing with Oprah is everybody treated her like she was something special. And the same with, I'll tell you another one who's rotten like that. Ellen DeGeneres. I've heard that she treats her staff on her show like trash. And she's just like, she actually hung out with Diddy recently, before he got popped. So they're all in league together. They're all, is it? Yep. These people are corrupt. And there's people that speculate that she got famous because one of her best friends died in some horrible accident or something, like in the beginning of her career, and people were saying it was like a blood sacrifice. That's how she got famous and all this. And then years later, what was her Anne Hesh was going out with Ellen, right? And after they split apart, and Anne Hesh, I believe, was with the Scientology, and she got in some kind of accident, and I don't know if you guys remember this, it took her out of the car, like that ambulance there, and said she was real bad, burnt and everything, and something didn't look right. They took her away, and it was as if they never said what exactly happened when they took her out of the ambulance, but you could see it. She almost got off the damn table, off the gurney. She was trying to get off there, and it held her down. People think that she was murdered. Yeah, right. Whew. Man, oh man. What about Ellen? Are you talking about, or not Ellen, Anne Hesh? Yeah, she was getting off the gurney or something, they pulled it up over her, and she was trying to fight them and get the hell out. As far as I remember, I don't think she looked really that burnt. I mean, she might have been hurt and everything, but something was really off about that whole thing, you know? Exactly. Yeah. And I wonder if they doped her up or did something. What the hell happened there? Was she driving erratically and crashed a car or something? The weird thing is that happened roughly about the same time as that YouTuber, what's his name? James Munder. He got killed in a car accident where he ran into a wall down on the freeway. Or I don't know if it was a wall or, like side of the road, and flipped his car and got killed. And the weird thing is he had just left. Well, he didn't just leave, but he left a while back from what's the name of that? I just said it a moment ago. The hell's the name of that? It's a cult. Scientology, and evidently they'll chase you down. They don't want people to leave there. It's like the other lady that's on. I don't remember her name. Lee Remy or Lee. I don't know what the hell her name is. She's in King of Queens as the wife of Kevin, whatever the hell his name is. I don't watch much TV, but I know who she is. But anyway, she was trying to get out of there. It's like a cult. They were doing everything they could to keep her from leaving that place, from what I understand. Kevin James, that's the other guy, the comedian. Kirstie Alley, that's another one. She died. I think didn't she have some slightly mysterious death there too? Someone was saying something about her a while ago. You wonder how many people are knocked off and we're just not just covering it up. Kind of scary. Kanye admitted to sacrificing his mom. Theory of the 27 Club. Yeah, oh yeah, is this where they die at 27? And that goes back to like maybe Janis Joplin's time and Jim Morrison. Weren't they all 27? Or am I incorrect? I thought those guys died the same year. Same. You can't or you won't pay the rest of what you owe. Powers to be. Huh. Ah. Kevin Hart. Yeah. Too many people outing themselves. What? Kevin Hart was killed in a car accident. They just replaced him with the clown. That's like Dave Chappelle. They said about Dave Chappelle. They said Oprah was trying to get a hold of him somehow, and it bothered him. Something was going on, and he took off to Africa for a while. I think I might be wrong on that, but for some reason, show business is trying to do something he didn't like, and he went over to Africa and came back. He looked like a different guy. His skin was even lighter. He was heavier set. Now, maybe you lose weight and you change your appearance every so often. I think it's like every 7 years. Supposedly, your features can change a little here and there, or your whole body does it. I think it's every 7 years, little bits here and there. So he just looked a hell of a lot different. He wasn't gone for no 7 years though. Let's just say they openly talk about everything nowadays. Yeah. Yep. And again, what? How about all the children that disappeared? What happened there? You had tons and tons and tons of kids, and only to just right now you're starting to hear that they're rescuing some of them, and it just seems like they didn't give a shit for years. There's thousands upon thousands missing. What's it say? Now, wait a minute. No way out there. But what if they and then let demons take over the flesh, where they are clones? Maybe. Yeah, because demons are looking for a vessel. You know what I mean? To get into. You wonder. Maybe that's what a shapeshifter is. I hear about shapeshifters. Maybe they're demons getting into people's body, possession, or whatever you want to call it. What if they die? I don't know. Yeah. Predictive program, Mad Jack. Yep, yep. Yeah, it seems like it's a universal law in their belief system that they have to tell you before they do shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. It's some kind of form of performing their black magic or whatever the hell they're doing. They act it out or let you know what's coming. I often said maybe it's goes back to before, in the very, very, very beginning. Maybe there was rules of engagement set up, by them and God. God told them you can't, use supernatural powers to uh, go after humans. I'm just saying maybe, I don't know, but it seems like they're kind of stuck to doing what they're doing with the whole predictive programming and shit. What's that say? I think God made that rule. Yes, that's what I'm thinking, because it doesn't make any sense why you telegraph what you're going to do to your enemy. And that's exactly what they're doing. We're their enemy, and they're letting us know what's coming down the road. That's not a good strategy for an army. And that's what they are, an army, and we're an army. Good versus evil. And yet they're telling us. It seems like they have to perform certain things against us. That's at least what I believe. Years in advance, some of it. Yep. Even with like the halftime shows in football and Super Bowl and shit, it seemed like they're trying to send Illuminati messages, things like that. They're telling you, and even with the very clothes they're wearing means something, the colors and stuff. Really esoteric, just crazy shit that goes on right in front of our noses, and we don't see it. We're kind of blind to it because we're just going about our lives. But some people grew up learning about all that shit to the point where, it's they're not blind to it. Agenda books, yep. Step by step, yep. It's crazy, man. What happened there? I gotta turn the damn. There you go. Gotta turn the car back on. Just make sure the damn thing don't fall. All right. Let me check the battery, see what we got here. I still got a pretty good amount on that, 26% on that for a little while. Let's see. Looks like I've been on there an hour and 15 minutes or so. 48% on this one. So what I'm gonna do? What are you laughing at there, Tammy? Yeah. Well, you also know that we a lot of so-called American flags are actually maritime flags. They got the gold frill around it. Okay, all right, yeah. Wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna put the charge on this one. This has got 26%. We're still going pretty good on that, and the other one's got 48%. So we're in good shape. I'll just hold this one for a while. Charge it up. Okay. You know how it is, man. I ran out the battery so many frickin' times. A lot of times I'm just on the phone all damn day, and then I'm gonna go do a live stream and neglect to fucking look one time at the battery on that, before I do it. And we're halfway in, and I got like 5 minutes left on the battery. I'm like, damn, what the hell? Trying to break myself of that habit. don't be on the phone as much too, I guess. Exactly, there a little bit of gold. Um, yeah, no, but we never seem to, do anything. We know it's coming. Their agenda, and we don't do anything. They're basically, it's like Bill Gates telling us that, oh, this pandemic's coming down the road right now. He describes it to a T, and nobody thinks anything of it. It's like this guy's in on all this shit. And then you had Fauci doing the same thing. How come they ain't grabbing these guys up? It's not happened once. It's happened multiple times. They're calling it to the T. They had that event 201 was a training or drill or something they did before the other one that C-19, and it's crazy. The guy called it down to the wire. There's no way that someone can predict where a virus is just all of a sudden going to be. I don't give a shit what you say. I don't buy it. There's so many factors that probably could change the outcome of where you think it's going to be. It just doesn't make any sense. Because if they were that good at predicting that, then they could probably already have it cured and moving on to the next one, be ahead of the game. And they weren't really, because we were in lockdown for too damn long with masks on and shit, because they couldn't get rid of that. So I don't buy what they say. Yeah, it is over and over again. A little bit of pure gold, constantly, and they do it right out in the open too. It's like they almost get off on telling you what's going to happen, letting you know the shit that's coming down the road. It's crazy shit. Yeah, yeah. What's it say? But I'm one person at a loss of what I could do or accomplish. I don't know. Maybe that's why they say it over and over again. Do you know a lot of these people? It's almost like a hypnotic spell by saying things three times. Did you ever hear that? They'll say something three times, and it's what it's subconsciously planting thoughts in your head. And whether that's real or not, I don't know. But I've heard talk about that on videos. Hang on one second here. They get away with it because they keep us divided. You're right. You're right. Divide and conquer. So anyway, yeah. Um, Basically, it's the same way they say that like voodoo works. If you're a believer, if you believe that there's a curse thrown on you, half the curse is your own paranoia ruining you and messing you up, and then you maybe something manifests from your fear, your whatever, from being afraid of that. I believe that's what's happening with a lot of people with, they think they have a curse on them. Maybe they do, but maybe sometimes their own fear, demons play on it and attack you because they almost like a dog senses fear and could attack you. You're right, Mad Jack. They think of us as their personal, like just toys, or that they can, do whatever they want. You know. Yeah, it does. The generational curses and stuff. That's true. But I also think that fear is only pouring gasoline on, on a flame there, giving it energy. Hmm. I'll tell you one place you can go to put your family in a safe spot. Go to Jesus. That's the safest spot you can be in. If your body dies, your soul goes on. People are protecting the wrong thing. You got to protect your soul. And they're, worried about the outer shell. This is nothing more than a seed pod for our life energy, our soul. The big prize in the war against good versus evil. They want to take our souls. Yep, yep. They look at us with chattel. Yep, where they basically want us as slaves. You see something here. All right, I'm up to 28% on this one's going up pretty good. Hey, Mad Jack, what part of the country are you from? You on East Coast or West Coast or in Central? Just okay. All right. So that's like this closer to the center of the country. Yeah, because the reason why I'm asking that is I have what's this? I did a lot of walking to keep. You know what? That's because it's releasing endorphins when you walk a lot and exercise. Southern, yeah, okay. How's it out there? Pretty decent. I've never been out that way. Anyway, I was going to say, you said something about being safe. You might be safe from one thing I can think of. I think the East Coast is going to get hit. Maybe Russian attack or tsunami from nukes. They have something called a mole. They basically drill into the continental shelf and put nukes down there and let them go off. It was Putin's weapon he was talking about before, a weapon of indignation. Basically, it'll freaking tsunami the whole East Coast will be gone. Anyway, I don't know why I was talking about. Oh, you said about where to go to be safe, and I said probably the only place you can go is go to Jesus, and Jesus is everywhere. Just do a lot of praying, and I think He'll lead you to the right places. It's just my soul is owned by the one and only supreme creator. The flesh bag that it is inhabited is worthless. Exactly. It's nothing more than a wrapper. I did a video. I saw it the other day. It was in my archives. It's from like 2 years ago. And I was out in my kitchen eating a snack. I had some dessert. And it was late. And I had gotten up and I was kind of hungry. And I went to go get I didn't have a clean coffee mug. They're all in the sink. Guess I'm a slob. Now, there was like five of them in there, and they all needed to be cleaned. So I picked one out and looking at it, and I had to clean the damn thing. And I'm cleaning the outside, of the glass or the coffee mug. And I'm like, I started kind of chuckling to myself and thinking about how that's exactly what we do in life. You're drinking out of the inside of the cup. I wasn't even cleaning there. I'm cleaning on the outside. In other words, human beings are superficial and worried about how they appear to other human beings and shit. And they don't worry about their soul and what's inside. And it just cracked me the hell up in the middle of the thing. It just dawned on me, how that's exactly a good, I don't know what you call it, basically what we do in life. Put it that way. You know, it's exactly what it seemed like to me at the moment. And it's in. It might even be. Wait a minute. I'll put it in my what do you call it? collection playlists. I'll put that one up because it was actually kind of interesting. Because it was just off the cuff. I was just sitting there. My cat jumped up on the counter. I'm sitting there eating my dessert and kind of laughing about that. And then just all it kind of all hit me at once. It's weird. Well, the thing is, you're talking about your body being like a flesh suit doesn't matter, and it really doesn't. We don't realize this is what we are now is nothing compared to what we're going to be when we're transformed into energy, into the spirit, and heading home to God. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying there. Yeah, I felt like a dirty coffee cup there. Because the things in the world are all over you. You know what I mean? You're in filthy rags or something. But your soul can be intact, and you could be walking around in raggedy ass clothes, and that doesn't matter. It's what's on the inside at the end of the day. What's this? I'm trying to keep two women safe. Four cats got no vehicle. Been trying to get something for them to get out of here. And the only reason why we came here was because my home caved in last year. We barely made it out. Man, God bless you, dude. I'll pray for you and your family there. Wait a minute. Jesus said our body is the living temple of God, right? But it's what's inside that counts. Just don't pollute your body. It's just no, dude. Share that if you want. Here's the deal, dude. Everybody here, we all talk. We don't, that's cool. We're all human here. We all go through shit, and sometimes it's better to talk about that shit. And over here on this channel, we all pretty much do that. By the way, I think I already asked you if you're subscribed. If not, if you could, we'd like to have you coming back here. Mad Jack. Okay, I think. Yeah, try to stay the hell out of prison, man. If yeah. Little bit of pure gold says right here, I think. Yes, the body is a temple, but it holds the soul, not because it's important after death. Is the seed pod that carries the plant more important than the plant? Yeah, I guess it's a protective cover. Yeah. And you know what? Hang in there, dude. You know why? Because I'm feeling the same damn way, dude. And I think all of us on this channel have felt that way, number one. And number two, I swear we got to be close to getting out of here. God will take care of you. Just do what you got to do, and you can get out of here. There's a way out. Make Jesus your savior. That's what we got to do. Yep, just like the Holy Spirit resides in the temple. Yep. It's like Jesus said, and it's probably apples and oranges, but it just came to me when you guys were talking about all the temple and all that. About, I think he said you might have even been to Pilate. you can tear this temple down, and in 3 days I'll build it back. It'll be built back up. Um, Basically saying that your physical being. Actually, I don't want to interpret that the wrong way, but wonder where Doctor. Yeah, I haven't seen him. I'm thinking there's more with the Bible. I say this often. I think some of the things that are in there could literally fit other situations throughout time. They call it the living word of God because I think it almost can change to fit your circumstances. It was written 2,000 years ago, but if you keep reading it, you will see things that are shockingly familiar with what's going on. You might not be, in the time of chariots and crucifixions and shit, whatever. It's a whole different time period, but some things in them stories will actually almost mimic something in your life, or you'll understand it when you. And I think the older you get, too, more wisdom comes the more you read the Bible. You were saying earlier, Jack, that some of it is extremely hard to understand, and I think it comes with the Holy Spirit giving you the knowledge at the proper time. So don't give up trying to understand it. Just keep on keeping on. Hey, you know what, Jack? Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna make you a moderator on this channel. Okay, dude, you are now an official moderator. Your words, you'll have your name will be in blue as soon as you say something. Yeah, dude, I hear you, dude. Dude, about a couple years ago, it was 2.5 years ago. I've been living over here right now, but 2.5 years ago, I was homeless, first time in my life, and it blew my mind. I was out for like almost 8.5, 9 months, and it was crazy. Right on, brother. Now I can see that you're sincere, and I was watching you talking to Roach and everything. You fit like a glove in here. I mean, you are like the rest of us. We're all trying to find how the hell to get out of this matrix. That's what I call it. We're like in some kind of testing ground, and we're trying to survive it and get to where we gotta go. You know, we're all trying to find answers and help each other on the way there. Let's just say everything I read the Bible, no matter how many times the story is living and breathing, and 3 words might not change, but it's almost like how it speaks to you. It does. It's right because it's speaking. Hold on, man, sneezed. Maybe I'm sneezing out demons, getting rid of. No, but for real, I know what you're saying there. A little bit of pure gold because they used to believe that. By the way, when people sneezed, they were expelling demons and shit, and that's why that whole "God bless you" thing came. That was from like the Middle Ages. At least that's what I heard. I wasn't there. I know I look old, but I only heard that. What's this? Okay, you already read that. Yeah. So for real, I feel like the word, even though God's word is the same today as it is tomorrow, and here's the deal. In some ways, it does change in your own heart, in your own mind. It becomes a personal message to you. Otherwise, when it's not your time to maybe get anything out of that, it's just words on a page. Keep reading them words on a page from day to day. One day they're going to fit like a piece to a puzzle, and it'll make sense. That's what I think. You know what? You guys will never not have everything. You got each other. You got your family. These material things that, unfortunately, because we're human, we put so much emphasis into, are not going to mean a hill of beans when it's time to go. You can't say, "Hey, God, hold the rapture for a minute. I'm not ready to come up. I got to go collect my stuff." It's either now or never. In other words, and I think God said, or Jesus said this on the beach to the apostles. One of them said, "I can't go with you now, Lord. I have to bury my father." And he says, "Let the dead bury the dead," because what that meant is, if you're living in the spirit, you follow Jesus. If you're spiritually dead, then go bury the dead, or something to that effect. What it means is, like I'm saying, the physical things in this world don't mean shit, even though we've been trained in our mind to think just because we can see it and it's here, we can tap on this thing, it's real. It's not real in the next world. I mean, it's just things. But I can't explain what I'm trying to say, but think about, try to figure out. You'll get it. The material world ain't shit, dude. We've been lied to from day one. We put value in shit that isn't really that valuable. Family is valuable. Our treasures are in heaven. Yep, that's true, Tammy. What's this topic? Wait a minute. My in laws haven't done anything to help us. We've had to do everything ourselves, on top of paying them $600 for a small bedroom and a couch a month. You know what? I was saying something like that myself recently. I'm in a one bedroom. I got a bathroom, kitchen, and a little bit more than a couch. I got a couch and a little bit more furniture, but nothing much, right? I'm paying $1,200, and you're in the middle of the country. I'm out here on the East Coast. Things are just all fucked up for everybody, and I think it's the devil's plan to try to break us down. Make it so it's almost impossible to live. Never give up. That's when you got to get tough, dig your heels in, and fight harder, and don't give up. What's this? The Pope died yesterday. Texas Street. Now I heard he was still. I just heard he had pneumonia. And we're thinking he was going to die. Maybe they just released that. So how you doing, Texas Street? It was this afternoon. I heard that he's got pneumonia in both his lungs. They're preparing to pick another pope, is what I heard. And it's funny that you said that, because I was talking to these guys earlier about the last pope supposed to be an evil pope. So, and the weird thing is, they had just enough spots in the Vatican where the Pope's pictures go. There's one left, and they keep talking about it. They probably, I don't know how they planned it or whatever. Maybe it's, what's that? I just found out. My material belongings don't mean anything that can be replaced. That's right. Dude, I feel the same way. I got two cats. One's got a leg injury, and the other one, I love it dearly. They're shit. They're what I come home to. When I was working. I'm not even working right now, and it sucks. But man, they became family to me, and I don't feel like losing them. And I've had everything snagged away from me a couple years ago. Like I said, I went homeless, and I think it's a testing time for all of us. Everybody seems to be, everyone I'm talking to, like even on the internet, on here and other live streams, everybody seems to have the same kind of crap. Maybe it's different in different, people, but it seems like we're all being tested to the max. So I think we're coming to the end of this. You know, the devil's trying to turn the heat up on us because he knows his time is short, and he's almost out of time to steal your soul. Just dig your heels in and fight harder and hang in there. Don't let the bastards grind you down. I think you too said that in a song. Serious. Hang tough. Grit your teeth and hang tough. What's this says? Geez, never mind. My mother just told me that right now, and she's fake news. Yeah. He's close to death. He might be dead by the time we're done this live stream there, Texas 3. Texas 3 is talking about the Pope. They're saying he thought he heard that he died. Yesterday they were concerned, so that's probably what she heard. Yep. So once he's gone, someone else will take over, and he might be. Hang on 1 minute. Let me see if I got enough battery to put this down. Cool. There you go. I'm up to 35% on the battery there. And what do I got over here? We're in good shape now. 35% and 42 or something, or 45%. So we should be in good shape in battery. Taking a break there, Tammy. What's it say? Please read my comment above. Yeah, hang on 1 second. Two of them got erased there. Is it the one underneath? Okay, here you go. When hardships comes, it is yours to bear for a reason. God gives you no more than you can handle, and it's spiritual cross to bear. Yeah, that's the truth. Sorry about that little bit of gold. You know what? I'm jumping back and forth. This happens. I think I pissed off. I don't know that I pissed her off, but she got frustrated. What's her name? Mixed Media. She had something that was actually where it was funny the way she wrote it, and she was trying to get my attention to it. But it was so many. I'm running back and forth trying to read the things. I miss sometimes. So don't take it personal. I'm not doing it intentional. First off, my eyesight sucks, and I just don't see them sometimes. But that's a good. It's good what you said there. What's that? What's it? I use that. It's legal in Ohio. Okay. Wait a minute. What's that? I was able to save 4 cats and a few belongings before it caved in. Fuck, I wish I had a Jay to help ease my nerves. Call out when you're feeling stressed, man. Call out to God. Yeah, Tammy, you don't have to rub it in. You're out there. You got the sunglasses guy emoji blowing smoke. Yeah, this other guy's wishing he had some. Yeah, but anyway, just hang in there, dude. Sometimes shit gets really rough, and I'm telling you, rough. That 8-9 months that I was out, literally living in a car, not this car, I had another car, one that I smashed the shit out of not too long ago. Man, I was freaked out and never ever thought at this time in my life that I'd end up homeless. It was mine. You know what? God put me through that for whatever reason. Maybe he wanted to humble me or get me my mind right. He's trying to put me on the right track somewhere along the line, and I had to go through certain stuff. Baptism by fire. Sometimes you got to get thrown right into the fight to toughen yourself up. I had it too easy, maybe. I don't know why, but, I survived that, and here I am. I'll smoke a cigarette. I should have some Monday. Who does? Who does? Who doesn't like you there, Tammy? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't see that up there. Okay, wait. Indiana, Ohio. doesn't like me. I was a troublemaker. I used to collect half cigs at the store. God sometimes gives you hardships to pull you closer to Him. Yep, I know I've lost everything the last year, my home and everything. I lost both my grandmas. You were saying that before. Yep, exactly. You probably went through similar shit that I went through, just different situation. But sounds like you're getting toughened up. That's how they make a diamond. They take a lump of coal and put pressure and heat on it, and it comes out a priceless gem. Yeah. In other words, sometimes we got to be refined in the fire, and pressure's got to be applied, and we come out better and stronger. See, that's how you know God's got your back, man, Jack, because you got a woman that's looking out for you. Sometimes we don't see the gift sitting right in front of us. It takes somebody outside that circle of people to see what you got, to wake you up to that. Either that or you have to go the hard way and learn it by losing everything, you know? We are a family of 7, and we were facing homeless. I had to turn everything to God, and last minute he came. Yeah, that's how he's been working in my life. He makes it dramatic, and he comes in and swoops in there seconds before I crash into the ground and saves my ass. He's done it already, you know? It is what it is, how he rolls. I got run out of Ohio because of my reputation. I don't give a rat's ass about rules. They're meant to be broken, because if they weren't, then why are they even in place? You know why a lot of the rules are in place, Jack? They're probably ones that you wanted to break, was the ones that somebody's trying to put control over you. Like basically a lot of the rules that we live under here are hypocritical as shit. You got your politicians stealing money one minute, and meanwhile they're making laws to fuck your life up. They just took your tax money and did something with it, and they don't give a shit. But they're going to tell you you can't spit on a sidewalk, or you're going to go to the electric chair. I'm being being a little over the top, but serious. It's rules for thee, but not for me, or whatever that they preach and practice. The funny thing is, my wife helped me save my old lady from the bullshit her family was doing, and they are still doing the same things as before. Pray, dude. Pray for them. You all got cotton patch. What's that? Where you're at? Y'all got a cotton patch. Wait a minute. Not only did he find us okay, wait a minute. I'm trying to get caught up on all the writing up here. Wait a minute. Okay. Not only did he find us a rental they offered or to us for less so we could afford it. And mind you, during this, I was pregnant and was feeling like the whole world was crumbling. Yep. You all got a cotton patch where you're at. It's that the elite is above the rules, but we aren't. That's just fuck. Same way. If you go back and look at some of it, and everybody seemed to be marching lockstep, and we're getting screwed to the mat. And I've been calling for people to stand up, for a couple years. And, I'm as guilty as the next guy, too, because I'll sit there and say that, but I don't see my ass out on a picket line or something. So maybe I'm just a loudmouth, but at least I'm saying something about it. I see people that they won't even talk about shit. They're scared. They might as well put the muzzle back on and pretend that, COVID pandemic going on again and stay 6 feet apart so you can't communicate, to somebody near you and say, isn't this bullshit? That's why they had us apart and a mask on our faces to, divide and conquer. One way, either physically or mentally. That's what I believe. Okay. Yeah, the same people that are making all these rules are breaking all these rules there, Mad Max. Like I said, rules for thee, but not for me. Like Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, all these people in Congress. She's out there, illegally profiteering off of this, the stocks and shit, what do you call it, inside trading. And Newsom's making billions of dollars with that farce of a fucking rail system that he's putting in there that's going nowhere. And they're spending our money, pissing it away. And all it is a money pit or a money laundering operation half the time. What's that? We went there today. The place is delish. I didn't know anything about it. It reminds me of a Cracker Barrel kind of. What's that? Wait a minute. Is there a place called Cotton Patch? I was wondering what. I didn't know that. Is that a restaurant down where you're at? That's kind of like our Cracker Barrels now are getting kind of rough. I don't think they're that great. We have something called Golden Corral up here. And it's like you're actually eating in a corral and they're just scooping horse shit off the ground. Giving you a knife and fork. You can eat it right there in the corral. The food's terrible at that place, but I kind of like some of the stuff that Cracker Barrel has. Some of it sucks and some of it's all right. I never heard of Cotton Patch. I have to check them out. Yep, I agree with what you're saying though, Jack. You know, nobody wants to be the guy that's an asshole in the crowd, but sometimes you need an asshole in the crowd to wake the rest of the fucking crowd up, so we don't have to put up with the assholes running the crowd. The fucking elites. Every now and then, you got to step to the motherfuckers and put them back in their place. I think. Call them out. Yes, it's a restaurant. A little bit, maybe you all had a bad chef. Yeah, any restaurant can have a bad day or a bad chef or even bad food now. I mean, half the food we're getting is contaminated. They keep having recalls on everything under the sun. Go behind it. Do you guys have Dollar Trees, Mad Max? Because I hear sometimes Dollar Tree will throw stuff literally in the dumpster, and it's just on the last day of expiration. In other words, it's not really bad. If it's in packaging, just don't get caught. Believe it or not, if you're caught dumpster diving in certain states, I think I heard that you can get arrested for that. Be it for whatever, because what happens is somebody jumps into a dumpster, even if they're starving or whatever they're doing. If they get hurt there's a possibility of a lawsuit. So the cops see you doing that, they could arrest you. That's what I heard, and I believe it. Let's say. Wait a minute, let me see something. I was trying to see if do you have any material on your YouTube channel, or is it just a channel that you talk from? Because I was going to tell you, maybe try to put some videos up. You might eventually be able to get monetized, or just have live streams, and there's ways that you can get, um, put a thing up there that says, buy me a cup of coffee or whatever. And after a while, it starts adding up. Okay, is that a gate or a lock? No trespassing. Okay, I didn't know. I thought, no, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? It's gotta suck to be a cop chasing someone down that might be just looking for food in a dumpster. I mean, there's more important people to go after that are, robbing people and everything else. If you have any kind of conscience, you'd feel pretty bad about having chasing somebody down because we were looking in a dumpster for something to eat. I think. Yeah, there you go. You know what? That might actually get a shit ton of views. Say, look, I'm hurting. Anybody throw me a few coins? I don't know whether you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it can help you out. What's this? I'm going to start a channel when we start our process of finding. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I've seen that Oklahoma there will be a dollar store, Dollar General and a Dollar Tree, all in a row together. Yeah, that's what they do not here anymore. And then you got down here. I'm going to start a channel when I start our process of finding land and building a homestead. That'd be cool. Gardening and animals, etc. Maybe some canning and sewing. That's a great idea. Gives you something to do too. Yeah, like Tammy's saying, they might be. You might get some help that way. Don't feel bad about it, man. A lot of people. I see a lot of people on YouTube. Even if they're only giving you a couple bucks, it's enough to maybe squeak by for another day. Yeah, but you know what? It's going to get harder and harder too right now if we're getting a job. Yeah, most people would rather have a job, but I'm just suggesting that if in the meantime, you basically got to keep treading water and keep floating until you can get something. And that's kind of stuck in that position right now. Every time I try to go get a damn job, I've never in my life been out of work as long as I have. Well, I know that for a fact. But I mean, I'm 61 years old, and I don't ever remember having to struggle just to get a fucking job. I mean, because they're hiring. I'm in the restaurant field, you know, and I can get a job. It's paying jack shit nothing. It's not enough to pay my rent. What's this say over here? Wait a minute. I prefer to, yeah. Yeah. Nobody's thinking you're being rude, dude. Like I said, everybody on this channel that comes on here, most of us, we're all fucking real. We're not judgmental of anything, really. We just talk back and forth. And it's amazing how many of us have shit in common. We all suffer from time to time. And I think that's why people like coming on this channel, because we try to be real, and we're all the same one way or another to some degree. Wait a minute. Almost. Wait a minute. Yeah. You know what, dude? Sounds like you need more praying going on too, dude. Tell God to take that anger away from you. Yeah, anger. My pop used to say, "Get rid of your anger; it'll only destroy you." You know, when you walk around and you got some unfinished business, some kind of anger in you that you can't seem to get past, man, it's like an anchor around your neck. You got your load and get rid of that shit. Try to find a way. Yeah, a little bit of pure gold. That's a great idea there. You got document the journey. I don't care about the monetary anything. And hey, maybe we could help someone else. Exactly. You know what? That's the thing. You know, some of it, I do this. I'm not getting monetized yet. And I probably could have a while ago. And I need to find a way maybe to get monetized. The deal is that I also kind of did it for fun. You know, I enjoyed it. And it was also a lot of times I come on here. Here's a way that I got rid of some of my anger, Mad Jack, is I'd come on here and rant. And these guys will tell you. So sometimes I'm just on a rant, man, and it gets that anger to fuck out, you know. But then if you go too far, YouTube will take your video down. If you hit any algorithm buttons, it fucks everything up. They'll pull the plug on you for that day or mess with you. And if you're really bad, then they just fucking give you a strike or boot you down the road. Hey, what's up? How you been, Kev? How you been, brother? Good seeing you. I don't even, you know what? How the hell do you do that? Um, you lost me there, dude. But if you tell me how to do that, okay. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to figure out what you just told me because, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wish it would stream a regular chat versus the Who screen. It makes me accept the 240k stream instead of 144. I don't even know exactly what you're talking about because here's the deal. When I set this up, yeah, dude, he's in a league of his own. I couldn't even scratch the surface of what he does. You know what I mean? He knows his shit, and I don't even know. I, I'm basically fake it till you make it with my YouTube channel because I've been doing it for almost 3 years. But I'm old school and I don't like to learn new shit with the damn technology and shit. That's the number one problem I got. But the other thing is, like you just told me something there, that means almost nothing to me. I don't understand what you just said. Like it makes me accept the 240k stream instead of the 144k. I don't even know what the hell that even means, dude. Is there something when I'm setting up the live stream that I'm not seeing? Some button I'm not pushing? Totally don't even have a clue what you just said. Who's that? Let's see something. Yeah, Wait a minute. Did you guys even see him talking on there? Wait a minute. Hang on. Was that was that Mark from Ireland? Wait a minute. What the hell's going on here? Shit, I didn't even see Nugget. I didn't even see him. I hope he ain't pissed. Okay, there he is. Yo, dude, I didn't even know you were there, on there. My bad, brother. How you been, dude? If you got a, if it, I know it's late as shit over there. You just said, yeah. You know what? Huh? There's different ways that you can not hold up for that minute there, Mark. I want to talk to Kev here for 1 second. There's yeah, different ways you can set up the live stream. There's like horizontal, and then there's vertical. I don't know the fucking difference. I just always go with the one that I've been doing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep, yep. Yeah, it does, dude. It is. Okay, yeah. So how you been, Mark? Hanging in there, brother? What kind of weather you got over there in Ireland, dude? Cold out tonight? Yeah. Horizontal versus vertical. I always been using vertical, I think. Is horizontal better? Stormy over there, Mark? Yeah, dude, I didn't even see any of your comments there until I went back up and looked at them. They might have rolled by me while I was talking on the other live stream. It's crazy. I didn't see any of them. You said hi, James, and hi, all right, Tammy. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. That's It went by too quick or something. Yeah, funny songs, all right. What song was it, Mark? Horizontal was better. Okay, someone else said that. I've been doing vertical. I'll change it up. You know what? Next time you come on, dude, I'll try the other style. Wonder, can I switch it right now? Would it fuck it up? And is there a way to do that? I mean, over here, I don't know if you can change it up. You have to do it in the beginning. Horse outside. What's a? You should listen to Horse Outside. Is that the name of the song or the group that does it? Let's do it. Next stream. Yeah. I didn't realize it was that obnoxious. And I'm half blind anyway, dude, when it comes to looking at that. Shit, I'm squinting like Clint Eastwood here trying to read the damn comments. But of course, I did have a pair of glasses in here at one moment. I don't know what I did with them. Dollar store glasses. By the Rubber Bandits. That's the name of the group. All right. It's called A Horse Outside. I'll check it out, dude. All right, Kev. You know, I am going to try that. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'll do a live stream. Try it out. Someone else told me that you said the horizontal one, right? I thought one was better than the other for views. I don't know why. You might be, you know what? If you look up top, I've noticed that, here's the deal. I have like, right now I got 5 over there, 2 over here, and that's almost nothing for being on that one. But people are coming and going, but not everybody's talking, because at the end of the live stream, when I go and process it, all of a sudden I got all these people viewed it, and half of them I'm like, I didn't really see that many people on there. I mean, there's certain people who come down and they talk, and I guess the other ones are just watching. And then sometimes you're figuring, is YouTube bullshitting me? And there's like only like 5 people all all the time on, and the other ones are bots or imaginary. It makes me wonder. Your boot print looks like Bigfoot because of how big your feet are. Didn't help with my height either. I'm over 6 feet tall. Horizontal is better. I'm gonna try to. We have some trolls and just folks be watching us crazy talk. Yeah, well, that's cool. But I mean, I don't give a shit. Let's sit up there and be as judgmental as they want. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Fuck them if they can. Nah, just kidding. What's it say? There you go. Hang on 1 second here. So we have some. Yes, all right. Okay. Yep. So speaking of Monograph, did you watch him the other night? He's on. I think it was last night. I was watching him. Exactly. Because you know why? Because the normal of this world is fucking crazy. The people that are, they're the new normal. Remember that bullshit? This is the new normal. Fuck you. It ain't normal to me. Yeah, all that shit they put us through, with the mask and all the fucking treats, the darts, hitting you with darts and sticking stuff up your nose. That wasn't normal. And what's this? Upside down world. Exactly. Clown town. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get on there once in a while. Man, I tell you what, there's people that, like, second he's on there, they're on there. What's his name? Spiro and a couple other people seem to get there fast. What do we got here? Shit, we're up to 2 hours and wait a minute, what the hell? This one live stream says it's got 2 hours and 16 minutes on there, and the other one looks like it says 27. Wait a minute, that's not right. What the hell's going on there? 27 minutes and 32 seconds. How could there be that big of a difference in there? That makes zero sense. They were started at the same time. I've been here for hours and then some, and they're ripping me off of time on that other live stream. They cut it in half. They did that to me before for some weird reason. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Susan Donahue. Yep, yep. And Spiro have been around the tubes a long time. Yep, yep. Monty's cracks me the hell up. That's a smart dude. What's it say? Gen Z is a what's it say? Tide spot. Yeah, yeah. Eating generation. They're so fucked up. It's unreal. Like, did y'all folks drop y'all on y'all heads when you're all born? Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's rotten. When did they? Is that a new thing they're doing? So what happened to the other half of my life? It just deleted, or is it cut into two for some reason? Because if your numbers were starting to get too high, you might grow too fast. They're trying to limit the amount of views I get on that channel. Boy, that's fucked. I thought there was something weird going on with that. I can't believe they do that shit. And that's the channel that's been around for a long time compared to the other one. It's been around a year and a half longer almost. I didn't know they were doing that shit. Damn, that's ridiculous. They're man, oh man. Every time you turn around, there's another reason to start hating on YouTube. You know, it's like constant fucking shit up. Unbelievable. You can never grow a channel with that kind of shit from them. I saw them take views down and everything else, but this is a whole new thing. I didn't see him do this bullshit before, or maybe I did because I thought I did more. I felt like, what the fuck? Where's my time? I just spent 2 hours and they cut it in half. Is it because I'm doing a double live stream? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Man, oh man, that's some bullshit. Exactly. Yeah, they identify as animals and shit. That's that's the communism and the horse shit that they're learning in school. All the crazy shit that these kids are getting taught today. They can't do basic arithmetic. You go in and if they're a store clerk and you're trying to buy shit, it takes them like a half an hour to count the change. It's ridiculous. Nobody knows how to do anything anymore because it's all done for you with computers and shit. Well, then you're not really learning anything. You're learning how to push a button to get an answer. So you got to go around life solving all your problems by pushing a button. Fucking go out there and do something on your own without all the fucking AI bullshit. Yep, yep. Boy, that really pisses me off, dude. You know, I that's 2 hours over on this other one. Two hours and 20 minutes, and they're giving me 31 minutes. That's bullshit. I sat here and I don't get it at all. Unbelievable. Exactly. Yep. They managed to dumb down the next generation to the point where they have about as much intelligence, as much going for them as a house plant. You know? Yeah, they can't write in cursive. You're right. They think writing in cursive It means, writing fuck on a wall with a can of spray paint. That's cursive to them. They don't even know what cursive is. Yeah, yeah, right. Hey, I ain't busting on you, dude. I'm talking about the younger kids. You know, they had it. The deal is they had it so easy. You know what? There's going to be a lot of people die if the power grid goes down. There's going to be a hell of a lot of people won't make it because they just don't know how to see. You Mad Max, Mad Jack, you won't have any problem because you're a survivor. You've already been through a lot of shit. But some of these kids are going to get eaten alive when they end up in this situation. You know what I mean? They're not taught life skills in any way, shape, or form, or any way to do anything. Everything's just push a button and sit back and let everything else happen without taking any responsibility or having to do anything. The world's screwed up. Boy, that's really pissing me the hell off, dude. I'm looking up there, looking over here. How the fuck can they justify doing that? Unbelievable. Took all the fucking, yeah. Man, I hope that, is it possible I think I've seen them cut it in half. In other words, you still might get credit. They just don't want to give you it all in one thing because if you manage to wheel in 1,000 views on it, the algorithm's probably going to make it better for you later. And they're trying to fucking stunt your growth as a channel. That's what it seems like they're doing. Yep. Well, you know what, Kev? They're going to end up having to learn how to live without technology if the fucking grid goes down. If we get left in the dark, which could happen at any time. It's funny you say that, Jack, because you know what? I'm big on history, and that's one of the things that I did a video where I'm wearing it's a rebel flag on my hat, and other ones that I did like Civil War motif thing. And you know what? To me, it's not. I mean, it's what you make out of it. You know what I mean? It's if you want it to be a hate symbol, then I guess it's a hate symbol. If it isn't, you know what I mean? People look at a painting and one person sees it as this, another person comes over and sees it as this. It's all opinion in a way, you know? Yeah, yeah, exactly, Jack. Yeah, it's not something you can learn in a classroom anyway. You're right. You know, a little bit you can. You can learn it by theory, but you got to get out there and actually do shit at the end of the day to learn things too. I've had to deal with like chefs and stuff that just got out of like Johnson Wales cook school or one of the other ones, and they're basically talking like they've been doing it for years. They know it by the book and by theory, but they'll go put them out there. It takes them a while. You still got to earn the experience. You still got to be able to actually take it out on the battlefield and perform like you did in the book work. You know, there's a lot of that. Anyway, Jack, one thing you go through my thing, you'll see a couple. I did a couple Civil War things, and I think like I said, I had a Confederate flag in at least one or two of them, and I don't see it. First off, 200 or it's 140 years ago. I mean, there's a lot of things about a lot of different flags, a lot of different things that happened in history. You know, it's past tense. You don't want to repeat history if it's something bad, but wait a minute. Thank you, Kev. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Have a good one, brother. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna end this live stream now anyway because it just pissed me off that I got like half the thing on there. Hopefully they cut it in half and I still at least got the other views that were on the other half. Unbelievable. Bust your ass and you don't get any credit for it, you know? Yeah, it's true. Well, you know something, Jack? Here's something you got to think of. Take a look at what happened to American Indians. You know, they were Custer and other generals were rolling in there and wiping out families, women and children and kids. And you don't really hear that in American history. You hear it, but you don't really happen there. And as a kid, I always thought, I watched a couple of those movies. They died their boots on and made Custer look like a real hero, but in reality, he was kind of an asshole, to say the least. I mean, the things he did and how he got killed at the end there, him and all his people, was because he was an arrogant, egotistical asshole. And I used to, as a kid, thought, I didn't idolize him, but, I looked up to that because my dad was in the military and then, it all looked cool, on the film, all their uniforms and shit. But man, they fucking just destroyed families and shit. Nobody really even talked about that I remember in school. We never really learned the pain that people went through. You only learn about the winner of the thing, and that like somebody was saying, the winner dictates the history. Makes it sound glorious or whatever. Whatever. It's all fucked up at the end of the day. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. You guys have a great night. Have a good one. Thanks a lot. Appreciate y'all. YouTube, give me back them damn fucking what you call it, just throw off me views. See, that one's got 105 on it right now. These bastards. This will have nothing on it.